Dear married men of Reddit, what are the pros and cons of being married? Is marriage worth it? One thing I didn't expect about being married is my interactions with other women changed. When I was single I would always try to be on whenever I was around girls because I thought I needed to be in case one of them wanted to date me. Now there isn't any of that pressure. Also, someone flirting with me to get what they want doesn't have an effect anymore. Now there is only one woman that can do that. My self-confidence is high because of that. Who cares what any of these other people think? My wife thinks I'm awesome. Half of this comment section is cute and the other half is just plain depressing. I agree. I'm still very young and what I'm worried about is that if I get married, will the other person think it is a con that they aren't able to date other people, as I will probably be thinking that I'm lucky for not having to stress about the dating anymore. I've been in a relationship for 2 years now, and even thinking about getting romantically close to someone else makes me exhausted. And somehow I might be hoping my soul would be thinking the same way. I feel like if you're busy and excited with working for your dreams and goals, you might not have the time to think about other people. IDK. We're all so different after all. I love being married. Pros. My best friend is always around and has my back. I never worry that my wife will break up with me and we work everything out. No problem we have ever really lasts. Cons. When I buy sweets, I have to share. I sometimes have things put on my calendar that I don't want to do. Oh my god, the sweet thing is so true and annoying. I'm married, but what differentiates this to just living with someone? I found not much changed after we lived together for 5 years and got married. Pro. You never have to sleep alone. Con. You never get to sleep alone. Pro. You never have to wonder who you'll be having sex with. Con. You'll always know who you'll be having sex with. Pro. You'll grow to love many of the things that may have annoyed you in the beginning. Con. You'll grow to dislike many of the things you may have loved in the beginning. Pro. If you're committed to the relationship as much as you're committed to the person you fell in love with, you'll never lack comfort, security and love. Con. If you're committed to the person you fell in love with, but not the relationship or the person they grow to be, you found hell. That last one is great. Commit to the relationship. Learn to communicate. 14 years married checking in. When it's going well, lots of pros. Consistent best friend. Kids. Lots of sex, or enough when time and or privacy allows. Shared responsibilities in everything. Dating is no longer a chore, but a welcome respite. Vacations. When it's not going well. /r/dead bedrooms. /r/marriage. Well, I can't speak to marriage yet, but just being engaged meant we could combine our car insurance into one policy and went from a $900 premium to a $650 premium, keeping the same coverage, so that's pretty cool. That's way more than I saved by turning 25. Actually, my premium went up $9 then. My GF and I are considering moving in together. That's an instant $1,200 a month we would be saving. Financially, it makes sense, but we are trying not to rush into anything. Pro. The bathroom is always clean. Con. There's never any freaking toilet paper. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so I do all the cleaning. But I also have digestive issues, so I'm the one who runs us out of toilet paper. Pro. Lifelong partner that knows you better than anyone else. Con. Making it work requires lots of effort and selflessness, which can be hard. Pro. Hell of a lot of inside jokes. I love inside jokes. I've always wanted to be a part of one. I've been married 23 years now, and it's been the best decision of my life. I know not everyone is so lucky, but I've had it good. Pros in no particular order. The division of responsibilities is highly underrated. Not having to do everything yourself is very powerful. Having someone that listens to the weird shit rattling around in your head is nice. Cuddles, and more with someone who wants to do it with you on a pretty regular basis. Just having general support with anything hard. Mental, medical, financial, kids, running out of tequila. Cons. I feel uncomfortable when she's not around. She knows how to press my f***ing buttons. When she wants to go on a diet, we both go. She knows exactly how crazy I am. I sometimes long for personal freedom to just leave and go somewhere and do something else. It's been hard at times, but that's expected. All said, marriage has been good for me, and I think for her too. If I had to choose with her again, I'd marry her every time. Pros. It's like playing a video game, but co-op so it's easier. You can take on bigger challenges with a teammate. Also, I recommend selecting a partner who is a different class hero than you, so your strengths cover their weaknesses and vice versa. Cons. You see questions on Reddit that make you think about all the awesome parts of being married, and you realize how much you take for granted, and the list is overwhelming. So you make a stupid video game analogy, then you follow it with something you read on the internet once but is relevant. This talk about co-op made me remember a French saying. Marriage is all about trying to solve together some problems you would not have had if you were alone. Pros. If you get the honor of marrying your best friend, you literally get to hang out with your best friend forever. It is like a sleepover that lasts forever. My wife makes me better where I suck, and she fills in the gaps in my personality. I'm not really a planner, and she plans things. I'm not a details guy, she is. When I'm sad, feeling helpless, worn out, she is there to pick me up, talk to me with her butt, something that always makes me laugh, and let me cry with her. It's fantastic. The dream. Con. People don't really change. They can change in little ways, work on their issues, do things a little differently, so they don't affect the relationship, but they don't really change. This goes both ways. The shitty things about you will always be shitty to her/him. And you can work on them, try to stop doing them, but they are always just kinda there. Same thing with your partner. Their shitty things are always there. The good far outweigh the bad though, if you have the same goals in life. And if you do, then there are two people working towards that goal, not just one. This is really awesome, but at the same time, makes me feel more lonely than ever. FML. As the internet once told me, and I put in my groom's speech, marriage, betting someone half your shit you'll love them forever. Or in the words of Dougston Hope, baby, this shit we got going is so good, we've just got to get the government and church involved. Make sure you marry someone with a secure attachment style. Don't go for avoidant, or you will suffer. What's an attachment style? So I would Google attachment theory and maybe buy the book Attached for more info. But basically, anxious people really crave closeness anxiously, avoidant people push it away, and secure people are comfortable with being close and don't let their emotions go too far one way or the other. As someone who is happily married for 5 years now, I don't think that being married offers a lot of pros over a normal relationship. Where we live, you get some tax benefits and some less bureaucracy in case of an emergency, but nothing you couldn't settle without marriage. The only con is the possible monetary payments in case of a divorce. For us, it was a next step that, after being together for 6 years, we wanted to take to formally show our affection. For us, nothing has changed after we married. If you are asking whether a lifelong monogamous relationship is worth it, I'd say yes. Getting to know each other better and better, and building more and more love and trust is amazing. Being married without kids is fine. It's cute, it's fun, and it's usually not that complicated to go your separate ways. If things go south, when kids come into the picture, everything changes. Getting married is one decision, but the decision to have kids is really where the rubber meets the road. This is so true. Depends. If you marry the right person, yes. If you've married the queen of the hearters, no. Edit. I'm a married guy, and for the most part very happy about it. She's my counterpart, and generally the better half of us as a whole. For me, that means everything. She actually made me realize that I'm not even close to the person I thought I was. I thought I had it all together, etc. Turns out I was very wrong, and she is the one that completes the whole me, and I hope I can be the same for her, always. Doesn't mean there aren't times where I want to smother her with a pillow, but I can imagine her thoughts are similar in that regard, and I'm not the easiest person in the world. So I try to remember that whenever things are strained, this will happen. It's part of the agreement. I read that as Queen of Herpes and thought, yep, you're gonna have a bad time. Only one con exists for me. I always lose between 3 to 7 fries. Read title as Dead Married Men of Reddit. I'm divorced. D.